Hi guys, it's Sarah, and today I wanted to tell you about a product that I've really been loving. I've been using it for about a year and a half, and literally this product is life-changing, okay? And that's no exaggeration. But the thing about it is it does center around a pretty personal matter, which is my period. And I wasn't sure if I was even going to talk about this in a video or blog post, but the more I thought about it, I figured, you know, you all know I'm a girl. And you all know that I probably have a period, so this shouldn't be any great surprise to anyone. With that said, if you think this is too personal or TMI or gross or anything like that, you don't have to watch it. You can just click on over to some other video or read something on my blog or read something anywhere else on the internet or do whatever you want. Go for a walk, I don't care. But if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. But I thought this might be something that you guys would be interested in, so I figured I should share it. Now, as you know, I'm all about healthy eating and along with that, healthy natural living. So this product goes right along with that. And what I'm talking about are menstrual cups. Okay, so what a menstrual cup is it's a silicone cup that you insert during your period just like a tampon, and it collects the blood and other fluids, and it's reusable, and it also has some other benefits. So this might sound gross to some of you guys, and to me it also sounded a little strange at first, but the more I read about it and the more I looked into it, the better idea it sounded. So I always like to use myself as a guinea pig, so that's what I did, and after a year and a half I can honestly say it was definitely a great purchase, and like I said, totally life-changing. So the brand I have is Diva Cup, and this is what it looks like. Now there are a lot of different brands out there, so I'm not saying necessarily that this is the best one, but it does tend to be the one that's most easy to find in like a brick and mortar store. So it's easy to find in person, and that's just why I got it, because I was in the store and I saw it and I decided to buy it after some thinking. So there are a lot of other brands out there. I haven't tried the other ones, but if I can find a good video on YouTube, I'll link it in the description box that kind of goes through all the different types, so you guys can see the differences, maybe some of the pros and cons to different brands. So I'll try to find one of those for you guys just in case you're interested in learning more or about the different offerings out there. Now with the Diva Cup, they come in two sizes. So the first one is for women who are younger or who haven't had a child, and then the second one is for women who are a little older or who have had a child. So those are the two sizes, and like I said, this is what it looks like. It has a little stem here on the bottom so you can more easily remove it, and then it has these little like grippy things that you can probably see to give you a little more grip. Now the way this works, there's something on it that's kind of gross. The way this works is when you're on your period, you just go like this, okay, and you have to fold it to insert it. So you push one side to the other and then punch it down. Okay, so I'll show that again. So you take one side towards the other and then punch it down, and it creates this shape. So then it's much easier to insert. And then once you insert it, it opens up like this, and then it creates a suction inside, and then all of the period business goes in here and is collected. Then when you're done with it, you simply remove it by pushing on the side of the wall of the cup to release the suction, remove it, dump it in the toilet, rinse it out, and then you can reinsert it and reuse it. So some of the benefits to this are, first off, you don't have to buy any more pads or tampons. These can last for several years, so it's one other thing you don't have to purchase. And also in that same regard, it can save you money because you're not having to buy all those products all the time. You just make a one-time purchase. Now the other thing about it is, since it is reusable, you don't have to worry about all those pads and tampons and other products and their packaging all going into the landfill, so you're reducing your impact that way. Also, you don't have to worry about maybe the chemicals or pesticides on the cotton that are used for feminine products. And in addition, there isn't risk for toxic shock syndrome like there is with tampons, because with tampons, they are absorbent and they are made out of fibers. So not only do they provide an area for bacteria to grow, but those tiny fibers can create microcuts in the tissue, and then that creates an opportunity for bacteria to enter the bloodstream and cause toxic shock syndrome. With the cups, they're made out of silicone, so they're not absorbent and they're not gonna cause any microcuts, so it gets rid of that whole concern. So some of you might be thinking this sounds a little weird, it sounds a little gross, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first read about it I thought, okay, I don't know about this. But the more and more I looked into it, the more I realized that maybe this was a good option. So I thought I'd try it, and after a year and a half, it definitely is a good option. Now, one of the biggest concerns that people have is, what if you have to empty it in public? Okay, there's two parts to this. So number one, you're probably not going to have to do that. The reason is that since you don't have to change them every 4 hours or less like tampons, because there's no TSS risk, then you don't have to worry about changing them even in public. Most people come home at least every 12 hours usually, so it's not an issue. I normally change mine in the morning when I get up, and then in the evening time or before I go to bed, so it never becomes a problem. Now, I will say I have only had to do it one time in public, and that was the first day I used it because I didn't insert it properly and it was causing me some pain and all that kind of thing. So that wasn't even really an issue. It was more because of my inexperience with it. The second question, or the second part to that question about emptying it in public, is if you do have to do that, what they recommend is you simply empty it out, wipe it out as best you can with paper towels, or toilet paper rather, and then insert it again, and then give it a good wash when you get home. So if you can't wash it in between because you're in public, that's okay, but make sure you're taking care of it, because some people do find they need to change it more often simply because it'll get filled up, but most people don't have that problem. Okay, now the second part of this that people kind of worry about or concerned about is, is it gross or uncomfortable to use? How hard is it to learn? And what I'll say about that is it's just like anything else. When you first started your period, you had to learn how to use a pad. If you switched to using tampons, then you had to learn how to do that. And I'll bet at first it was uncomfortable, or you felt uncomfortable about it, or you weren't really sure if you were doing it right, or all of those things. So it's the same kind of situation. At first, it's something new, so you're not going to feel 100% comfortable with it. But pretty quickly, you'll figure it out, and once you do, it totally changes everything because you have so much freedom. You don't have to worry about carrying feminine products or purchasing them or worrying about changing them all the time or anything like that. It's totally just something you don't have to worry about. When I'm on my period now, instead of dreading it, it just feels like any other time as far as that aspect is concerned, and I love that. It doesn't feel like a big hassle anymore. So that's really awesome. If you guys have any questions or comments about this, I definitely like to hear from you and to talk about it because it is kind of maybe a little weird or uncomfortable. If you would care to tell me how gross or disgusting it is or anything like that, you don't have to say that. You can just leave and not watch any more of this. So yeah, I hope that no one would say that, but I have seen on the internet some people have made some pretty nasty comments about how disgusting this is or whatever. Being on your period is, just a natural thing we all do, and I don't think any of us particularly enjoy it, but at the same time, it's something everyone goes through, and I don't think we need to talk about how disgusting or gross certain products are. With that said, I do have at least one friend who I've converted to the Menstrual Cup, and she loves it as well and thinks that is the best thing ever. So if you guys, are concerned, it's a really great product, and like I said, once you get the hang of it, it's not that big of a deal. It does require you to be comfortable with yourself and your body, but other than that, I think it should be no problem for most people if you commit to it. So like I said, any comments or questions, leave those below. I'd love to talk about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any other requests, I'd love to hear those as well. And also, if you want to read my blog post from today, I posted about how to make your own yogurt at home, which is pretty cool, and it makes you feel super fancy, and it's really not that hard as it sounds. So, you don't need any special equipment really or anything like that. So if you're interested, go check that out. It'll be down in the description bar as well. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.